Welcome to this reading. If you are tuning in, if you found this reading, just know it found you for a reason, okay? I really wasn't planning on recording today or doing any type of readings, but divinity stroked me as I was chilling on the couch. So I feel very called to do a love reading today. And let's just dive right in and see what the overall vibes are in regards to your relationship life. I never do love readings, might I add. Okay, so we just got... What did we get? What did land on the floor? Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles. And then we also have the Eight of Cups. Okay. A lot of you guys, by the way, please ignore my nails. Please, for the love of God, ignore my nails. A lot of you guys have been working for a while towards something in a relationship, or maybe you were seeing somebody and you poured a lot of energy and time into that relationship, into that person. And there was one point where the both of you really saw that your joint internal plant, like the tree of the relationship, was growing. And that motivated you to keep going and see where this leads. But deep down, you always had a feeling it wouldn't work out. You always had a feeling that there was something missing. There was something that is just not on the same wavelength. And deep down you knew, like, am I still meant to be working on this, you know, towards this? Can we make this work? Can we make this work? And at last, you chose, or you both chose, to walk away from each other. Is the energy I'm getting. I'm getting this energy of something like you trying to work really hard towards something and just realizing that at some point there was no more progress made, no matter how much time and energy you put into that situation. For some reason, I'm seeing dinosaurs. It may be significant for you, okay? But let's dive deeper. By the way, if you're not in your lover girl era, this could also be applied to something else, like a job or like growing a business or something like this, you know, where you invested a lot of time, but at last you realized that it's no longer working in your favor, so you chose to leave. Okay. Ooh, okay, well, we also have the Ten of Pentacles here, which I like. There is a shit ton of fulfillment coming away. There's a shit ton of, like, feeling finally at peace and at home within yourself, okay? I'm getting this energy that, like, you're reclaiming your throne. I don't know why I just got that, but you're reclaiming what once was yours. You know, like you're returning home to yourself. You may also, if you live far away from your hometown, some of you are going to go back for a little hometown trip or something like that. And during that time, you're going to feel very fulfilled because you're gonna forget and like put all this bullshit to the side. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what else. Give me 1 second. Let's see what else. I wish you guys could see the cards just flowing around like crazy. Ooh, okay. So, we have the Ten of... Sorry if the camera was shaking. We have the Ten of Swords and the Page of Wands here. For some of you, I feel like in life you went through a lot of traumatic experiences and you are not one to dwell on them. You are one to turn them into something that helps you release that shit, you know? For example, like, let's say whatever you went through in life, you decide to write a book on it, or maybe you've already written that book. But this could also be an indicator that you will write a book. And the book is just an example. Could be anything, you know. You are one to turn your pain into success. You are one to turn the heaviness that you once felt into light as a feather type of energy. And following this ending of the relationship, which I talked about in the beginning, there's a lot of lightness coming back. And I love that for you guys, because I know how it feels when life feels so heavy that you feel so defeated to a point where you think that you cannot go on. And you were at that point, and you know how it feels deeply, but you also know how beautiful it feels to feel light again after a situation like this. And you are coming to terms with the fact that you did not waste time, because this situation taught you something that only time could teach you. You could have not rushed the healing process, the understanding process of the situation, because the only thing that could do that for you is time. You needed that time. It could have not happened sooner. You don't have to live with regret from now on, because the time was necessary. You were not missing out on any other situations. You needed this time to deeply learn this phase that you now left behind. You needed that time to deeply understand it, and only time could give you that. You could not have made this experience turn out any faster. Let's see what else. We have the Fool. I know that's right. Ooh, I love this energy, guys. Are you kidding? I love this energy. Okay, taking the leap of faith, new beginnings. Whenever I see the Fool, I'm immediately like, I know that's beautiful. Okay. There's this Queen Herbie song called The Fool. I think she sings, do the dance, take a chance, start a garden, grow some plants. Maybe this is meant for you. Guys, the Magician, are you joking? Are you joking? Okay, listen. With this energy, I mean, I don't even have to explain too much, because it's like, you're leaping into the new beginning. You are taking a leap of faith. You have decided to jump over your own shadow. You have decided to go back into the light instead of the shadow. And I feel like for the past few months, you've done a lot of shadow work. And you have decided that you're now done with it, and you're moving back into the light again. You're moving back into harmony, juicy, flowy harmony with the universe again. Excuse me. And you have decided that it is the season of beginning again. It is the season of taking chances. It is the season of moving into the light again. And also, some of you are going to, how do I say this? For some of you, you are going to see a lot of lions as like symbolism that you are on the right path. Some of you are going to embody very big lifestyle changes. Maybe some of you are going to stop eating meat. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Some of you have recently been very inspired to stop eating meat. Guys, all these guys are flowing onto the ground. I can't even. Then we also have the Queen of Wands, okay? Stepping deeper and deeper into your creativity. What you once dreamed of creating, in this new chapter you are going to create. So maybe a couple of years ago you were always playing with the idea of starting your own YouTube channel, of writing that book, of going on this beautiful solo travel adventure. This phase, this new chapter in life, you are actually gonna do it, because you deeply realize during your shadow work that there are no limitations towards your dreams. Okay? It is easy to move to a new country. It is easy to put your dream work to reality. It is easy to write that book. Is the road gonna be bumpy and adventurous sometimes? Yes. but deeply, inherently, life is easy. Because I also feel like, I have to mention this, you have some kind of privilege in your life, and I need you to realize and use that privilege more. And listen, like, even you being able to watch this reading right now is a huge privilege in itself. And you need to realize your privilege more. And this is also going for me. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, oh my goodness, yeah. Like, oh my God. I saw this quote on Instagram the other day. And it was like, if you had to, like, trade heads with anyone in the world, you don't know who it's gonna be. Also, I just saw 11/11. You don't know which head is gonna be, and that head is going to contain all the problems from that person. You don't know which you're gonna get, you know? Would you rather trade your problems with that person or keep yours? And it made me shift into this gratitude mindset quite quickly that day. I was like, because it's been really hectic and chaotic in my life, this year especially, but still I found myself in this deep, juicy spot of like, oh my goodness, despite all this craziness, I am content. Because I don't want to trade my problems, because I'm so privileged. And maybe you recently had a realization like that as well. Because there's always something that we cannot see that contains deep gratitude from us, you know? That is meant to be expressed, you know? So count your blessings is what I'm trying to say. Count your blessings. Okay, what else? We have the Ace of Wands and the Page of Swords. I feel like at this point in life, you are much better of a communicator. Your words are like so sharp that they can cut. You don't hold back. You don't keep anything in your throat chakra, you know, like you don't keep it locked there, like it's gonna come out and you are just gonna speak what's on your mind. I feel like this is really the season of you just being so dead as like non-caring and so on point and so sharp. Your mind is so sharp, especially your creative mind is super sharp. And I just saw 333, okay? Your creative your creative mind is extremely sharp, and your words, the way you communicate and talk to people, is going to become much more clearer and straight to the point and very honest. And a lot of people may be intimidated by that. Don't stop speaking that truth, okay? And the right people will stay, the right person will stay. Also, I feel like you may be meeting somebody online. Why did I just get that message though? Like, this doesn't have to be online dating. I mean, at this point, we all know I'm not a fan of that. But, you know, we have the Hermit here. This person may be very introverted, or you may be very introverted, and that is why you're going to meet them online, because you rarely leave the house, okay? But if you really want to build a social circle and meet new people, motivate yourself to go more outside. But I see like a very loving, whimsical person coming your way that is very introverted, very intuitive. Even if they're a man, they're going to be very in tune with their intuitive sides and very creative and very whimsical. You know, I'm getting like this whimsical energy. And and very introverted. They may have zero friends, you know, which happens to the best of us, you know. The wisest people very often have a very small circle. I speak from experience. Okay, we also have justice here. What is this energy? Hold on. Hold the fuck on. We have the sun here. Okay, so to me, I'm also kind of getting this energy that you are, what's the word? Mending? Is it mending? Like healing your relationship with somebody. And this somebody could be that person that is very intuitive, whimsical, and introverted. I feel like this relationship is going to teach you something about healing once and for all, is what I'm getting. And I know this sounds kind of crazy because I also believe like healing is a never-ending process if we really think about it, but there are certain big things that need healing in life where I really do think like at some point we can definitely heal some things completely. And I feel like this person is going to teach you that, you know, whether it's your avoidant attachment style, whether it's your anxious attachment style, whether it's your pessimism, whether it's you not being able to see the light in situations, this person's going to teach you that. This person's going to bring like a shit ton of light back into your life. Growth, but not the uncomfortable kind, because you have been doing the uncomfortable kind of growth for a while now. But this person is going to mirror you. Starlight is what I'm getting. Starlight. Final message. Okay. Final message. Ace of Swords. Okay. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you are going to be having a lot of healing conversations. Maybe some of you are going to be starting therapy. Maybe some of you are looking forward to something during fall this year. Autumn time. Some of you have decided to give up your egotistical. Is that the word? It tastes so wrong the way I just said it. I'm not sure if that's the word. Egoic. You know what I mean, okay? You are leaving your ego the fuck behind is what I'm trying to say. Because this whole situation really humbled you, like the life chapter you just got out of. It really humbled you, and you're no longer seeing the things the way that you once saw, and you realize how everything is so deeply connected, and that magic is so much closer than you think, and that people are so much more like fragile, you know, because everybody has their own shit, and you realize that there's really no separation, is what I'm getting. And this person is going to teach you ways of healing in such a beautiful, whimsical way. Like, I don't know what it is. This could also be like, I feel like this is going to sound very random, especially at the end of this reading, but like some of you are going to find your new favorite artist and you're going to go to a concert and it's going to be like very life-changing. Like the art you're going to be consuming is going to be very healing in the most beautiful ways. So keep an eye out for discovering new types of music, artists, singers, songwriters, like who knows, you know, or like content creators. But there's a lot of whimsical energy. And I don't like saying the word whimsical nowadays because it's become such a trend. And it's like, oh, let's be whimsical and pour like little stars and glitter into our matcha. Like, this is not the whimsy I'm talking about. The real whimsy is actually seeing life as a fairy tale and a beautiful movie and creating that beautiful fairy tale yourself. Because you have to remember, we are the creators of our lives, of the vibe, especially the vibe. We create that shit, okay? Anyways, my beautiful being, that was your reading. Let me know if this resonates. I'd love to hear from you. If you would like to book a personal reading, check the link down below in the description box. I love you so much. Have a blessed day. Bye.